Hi everyone, it's Nikki here from Gummy Lion Plans. Today I'm actually going to do the thing that I said I would never do, and I'm actually going to do a plan with me in my More Core Happy Planner Hybrid. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight into it. Just very quickly, my Lonky cover is darkening so beautifully. This undyed leather is lovely, and every time I look at it I can see new marks, and it's just my way. I love the real vintage look, and so I'm loving this cover so much. And as always, Lonky's details, Michaela from Planet Over Coffee's details will be in the description. Our More Core Planning with the discount code will be in the description, and anything else that I use I will put in the description as well. So okay, so basically what I do, and I'm doing it on a Sunday, I go through and I plan my week. My daily planning happens basically the night before, so I will do like Monday on for Tuesday I'll do on a Monday night, but the overall weekly plan I will do on a Sunday night. So the first thing I do is I go to the current weekly, where I do my brain dump and things that I wanted to get done, and I tick off. So I'm just going to take out my little dashboard here, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to tick off what did I do, what didn't I do, because then I will put an arrow, which is bullet journal style, to migrate it then to the following week. So my husband has a new job, and he wants photos for his office, and I haven't done that, so I'm going to put an arrow over there. Jude, sorry, I'm still working on your planner. It's been absolutely mad, so I'm going to put an arrow over there. And I'm going to, actually didn't get a lot on this list done. I did do that and that. I still need to do that. I still need to do that. That's not necessary anymore. So when a task that I've put down actually becomes, it doesn't need doing anymore, then I just put a cross through it instead of a tick that I did it, or a migrating arrow. Planner meetup, I'm actually, yeah, I want to speak to Mareka and see if, because in Joburg especially there's a lot of planner girls, and to have a planner meetup. So I'm going to put an arrow there, but I'm not going to get a chance to speak to her about that, so I'm actually going to migrate that 2 weeks ahead or 3 weeks ahead. That is not relevant anymore. I didn't do that. I'm going to migrate those as well for a couple of weeks, and do the same there. Okay, so, and that was this week's birthday. So that's the first thing I do, is I check the current week's brain dump, the way that I used the weekly in the More Core Planner. Obviously, as I've said in previous videos, the way you use it could be completely different. This is just how I use it. The only columns that I use with the dates is the top one, is where I put people's birthdays, or if there's an anniversary or something that's coming up. Then what I do is, so I've looked there, then I go to my dailies, because what happens in the dailies is I have, obviously on the left hand column with the times, I have my appointments and things, but on the right hand side I make notes as the day goes on. So there's obviously to-dos there as well, but I have marked there you know, where I have done it and where I haven't done it and things. So I'm just double checking here. Okay, so there's a migration to next week. So these where I got things done. Oh, migrate. Yesterday was a bit of a funny day. Migrate. Yeah, did not have such a productive last couple of days, I have to be very honest, but I am suffering with sinus headaches. It's that time of year. I'm sure a lot of you have the same thing. We're waiting for the rain so the dust can get out of our noses. This is my today's page. So blocked off that I'm filming at the moment. I have my friend Tracy with me, and after we finish filming here, we're actually going to get our ears pierced, and then we're taking out one of the young girls from the church for lunch. So that's Saturday. Sunday, I've got no to-dos for Sunday. So then I get to, this is now next week's weekly, where I can then brain dump. So all I'm going to do is, and I'm not going to do the whole thing on camera because it'll be very boring for you guys, and I don't want this actually to be a very long video, and I know I say that every time, and they sometimes are, but this is actually not going to be a long video. So I'm going to make some priorities. Now when I have a priority item, especially if I've migrated it, you know, and I haven't got to it for like a week or two, I use the asterisks. So I'm actually going to asterisk over here, Jude, your planner is a priority for me this week, and it even gets an exclamation mark. And I'm just gonna move the rest of these over off camera. Then what I do is I look at the week ahead, and I see, okay, so like tomorrow I'm going for my second vaccination. I'm having tea with one of our eldest wives, and then I'm having Sammy over for an editing lesson. Yes, I'm learning to edit. Tuesday I'm keeping free because I might have to do something with a friend of mine and her son. So I'm just keeping that free. Wednesday is my busy day. I have my business coaching. I go to the office in Bryanston. Thursday, my husband's actually having his gallbladder out, so I'm keeping it free. Just the hospital's around the corner from my house, so I'm not making any like distance appointments. So I'll work in the office that day, and then Friday is always a relatively free day for me. And then I haven't planned anything for the weekend, so I've got nothing major happening this coming week. What I am going to do is I'm going to block out my filming times. So I'm going to use the time in the office on Thursday to film for Friday. So I'm going to block off 9 to 12 for filming, because I know from Keith's doctor that he will only be coming home here in the afternoon, and as I said, the hospital is literally around the corner, so that won't take long at all. So I'm keeping that for filming, and then I also want, because I want to actually try and get a couple of videos done there. And then on Wednesday, as it's a busy day, I'm not going to add in any task things here, but I'm going to put on, I think still on Thursday from 12, I leave myself some, so from, say from 1 down to 3, Jude's planner. I'm going to work on that so that I can get that sent off. It's my sister, and she is now, after how many years, become a planner girl, and I'm making her a traveler's notebook, and she also won one of the More Core planners, so I want to get that off to her. Like I said, I'm keeping Tuesday free, so that at the moment is there. So I don't have any major to-dos to do this week that I need to time block. Filming is obviously one of the major things. The editing lesson with Sam is quite important, because what I actually plan to do with the editing is friends of mine in the church and are using the More Core at the moment, and everyone's using it differently, and that's what I love about this planner, is that, you know, it's just it's quite structured, but it's also gives you freedom to use it how you want to use it. So what they're going to do, instead of me doing like a flip through of how they're using it, they're going to send me a picture of a spread every week, and then Sam's going to teach me how to, then I'll say you could use your planner like this, and then put the picture in the video, which I obviously don't know how to do. And then we're going to make a little intro, so I can have a little intro, and then the sort of end page where, you know, and I just as you know, don't know how to do that sort of thing. And she's very clever, and she's going to teach me. And we were supposed to have a lesson 2 weeks ago, and we ended up talking for 4 hours. So this time we're actually going to do the lesson and talk at the same time. Okay, so by the time I'm finished here, I also use this as a brain dump. So ideas that come up, so I use this during the week, so things like planners that I think maybe would be a good idea to have. So for example, and it's not set in stone, but we're thinking of doing a social media planner. We're thinking of doing a projects planner. We're thinking of doing, or we're working on, Mareka is actually working on a wellness fitness planner. We want to bring out a men's planner because surprisingly enough, we've had quite a lot of men interested because of the layout and the way that it's laid out, that it's so useful. So that will have then a solid black the laminate, and it'll be on black coil, and then we'll obviously take the watermarks of the flowers away, and make it like manly, so it'll be like strong and manly. So I have a few orders actually waiting for that. So any other ideas that I have and things that I see, and just suggestions, I'm always asking for suggestions of, what would you want in a planner, or what kind of planner would you like? And so I use the weekly is really a brain dump for me for the week. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the birthdays in, and for that I use these little flower goodies, and they're so shiny, and they match my nails. How nice, isn't it? And I need to grab my tweezers because they are very small, so I'm just going to grab my tweezers, and then all I do is I put then the birthdays on the daily. So this week it's actually my wedding anniversary on Tuesday, and then a friend of mine, Lillian, at church. So I'm going to grab my tweezers, and I'm just going to grab a little flower here, and I put one there like that. Is that Tuesday 14th? Yep, that's right. So I put one there like that. Oops. And then I put another one there like that. And this is what helps me with my color sort of creativity kind of thing. And then who else have we got? 17th is a big one. We've got 3 birthdays on the 17th. So we go to the 17th, and it's my friend Zipporah's birthday, and it's Amy, who does my nails, birthday, and it's Erica, who is James, who runs the school, the cottage school that my son James goes to. It's her birthday. And then I know already, no, it's not Zip's birthday on the 17th, sorry. Zip's birthday is on the 18th. It's my friend Esther's birthday from my ladies group. And then on the 18th, I know there's 2 birthdays. I've got Zipporah, who is one of my good friends from church. And then Susanna, who is one of my good friends from my coaching group. So it's her birthday. Then I also know on Sunday, I've got 2 birthdays. So we've got Kent, who's one of our elders from church and a friend, and then Kelly, who is my dietitian. It's her birthday. So I love birthdays. I love wishing people, because I just think the nicest thing is just to get like an unexpected SMS from someone you wouldn't think of would wish you. So I'm just going to write in here, Kent and Kelly. I always know these ones. Those are the 2 Ks. And then on the 18th, it's the 2 Zs. So it's Zip and Zuzu. And then here we've got Amy, Erica, and Esther. And then over here we've got our anniversary and Lillian, who is just an absolute darling, and her daughter is one of my very, very good friends. And then the best part, the funnest part then, after I've done all my other like bits of writing and all that sort of thing, is I put my little corner stickers. And this week I've decided I'm going to use Tanya's Tanya from Bujo Shortcuts, which you find in Lonky's shop, which I'll link below. I'm using butterflies. I am having a butterfly week this week. So I'm going to, I've got pink ones, I've got orange ones, and I've got like these teal and kind of, I don't know, what color would you call it? Like a lilac?
Light lilac.
Yeah, like a light lilac kind of butterfly. By the way, Tracy, who's sitting with me, is amazing. She's one of my close friends. She's a stationery fanatic. She's a brand new planner girl, and taken to it like a duck to water. And I said to her, well, if you want to come and have a laugh, come watch me film, because you know it's not that it's not that exciting. But then we're going to get I'm having my second hole pierced and her first hole closed over, so she's having that one done. So we're going to sort of support each other there, because we're both sort of non-pain people. So I think I'm going to put a blue one over here. These stickers by Tanya, by the way, are beautiful. They are done on the clear sticker paper, and they really are stunning, the quality. And she actually designed them herself on her iPad, which I think is extremely impressive. Let's have some orange. I'm going to put that one. And the cut is very, very, very good. So yeah, they're really definitely worth it. So she sells them in Lonky's vendor shop, Props for Dots. So I shall link that below. And then of course I'll have Lonky's cell phone number. You must use Lonky's cell phone number for the leather products, because you know they are bespoke, so you won't find them in the shop. So she makes them to order, and you decide what you want and what color, what leather, and what pockets you want, and the configuration. And of course Lonky, as we all know, is amazing and so accommodating and just the most stunning person. And one of these days I am going to Richards Bay, and I'm going to go stay with Lonky, and her, myself, and Gina are from Messy Art are going to have a crafty planner, sticker, talking, fun, laughter evening. And that's coming, people. That is coming. I'm going to put a pink one there, because I want that huge pink butterfly for my notes page. Come on, off you come, off you come. There we go. And then on the notes page, I like to put a big one, like so. And that, my friends, is it. That's basically how I plan my week on a Sunday. It really doesn't take very long. I know I didn't sit and write in all the things, but that, like, you know, I mean, it's my scribbly handwriting. It doesn't take very long. And then every day what I do is I just, the night before, I will just check, okay, so I've got, for example, on Tuesday night, I sat and I was like, okay, I've got this many appointments, and then go to my weekly. Is there anything urgent that needs to be done? What's come up the day before? What's urgent for that day? And that's how I use the planner. And like I said, this daily, weekly, monthly planner for me is working so well. I love having one planner for everything instead of three. And then what I have done, just very quickly, is I've changed. So at the back I've got my notes. So this is where my Happy Planner stuff comes in. So I've got Happy Planner paper, and then I got a new Happy Notes, which has the dividers and blank paper, which I love blank paper because it doesn't restrict me to lines. So I just put that in there. I mean, how beautiful is that? And that's what I love about the Happy Planners, because you can change things and change it up, and you know, when you get bored, and I get bored quickly. And yeah, so this is my plan with me. It's really not a fancy plan with me. I need to put my thingy back. Oh, I'll do it just now. It's really not a fancy plan with me, but it works for me. And what I'm finding is the more people are using the More Core, the more they are customizing it to their own needs. But what I have been doing it, especially for people who maybe haven't really been a planner beforehand, is and it's just something that I enjoy, and it's actually becoming part of the service that we offer, is that, you know, if they're drivable for me to go to, I go to them and just show them how to set up their first week and a month, and you know what the different pages are for. Otherwise, we do a video chat. We organize a video chat, and I go through it, and you know, I'm available. That's why I put my number in the description as well. I'm available for any questions or any suggestions that you have as well, because you know, we always open to you know, suggestions and changes and things like that. Some great news is, I don't know if you've noticed, I've got my tabs here, and they are actually 2 local girls, or women I should say, and we have put in an order, and we're going to be, from October you'll be able to get a year's worth of these tabs, and they will match each planner. So obviously the B5 is watercolor, so they're all different watercolors. The A5, it's a blue watercolor, it's really stunning. The A4, and then the A5 is that sort of pinky peach salmon-y color. So we should have those in the More Core shop from probably about, I would say, mid-October, and then you can have your months set out there. So, but more news on that as it happens. So that's it, guys. That's what I have for you this week, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below if you've got any questions or any suggestions, or if you just want to say hi, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.